If you have an Isuzu NPR and there are water in the light here, and that's on the passenger door or the driver's side, this one is the driver's side, and you need to either swap out the lights and it's dry, or the whole thing's wet and you need to swap the whole thing out. This is how to do it. Normally, you would think you just pop it off because of those retainers right there, but right here, that does go through, so you're gonna have to open up part of the inside door to get through to this. These are T25s. And there are 3 of them. 2 of them is for the handle. There's one right here. Then if we go over here, you push something in there. I use a pick or a flathead, pop that off, and inside there's another one. Sorry, there are 2 in there. Then there is 1 down here. So go ahead and get all 4 of those off. Once you get all 4 of those, set them aside. This does have to come off. It's just so this part right here comes off. So go ahead and put that in the cab. And then you get a pick in here, pop that off, and there are 2 more right here. Go ahead and take those off. And note that those 2 that you just took off are bigger than the smaller ones. So the armrest post deal will have 4 of them, 2 on either side. Those are the bigger ones, and the other 2 are the smaller. Those are not going to be reversible, so they can't go in wrong. To get this arm out, you're going to want to push up on this part, get that out first. Then over here, you go ahead and kind of work it and it slides out. And then work a pick or a screwdriver in here, pop that up. And then on the bottom, there's going to be a little tab connector. You go ahead and push that and pull, and that will come right off. And then you'll note that this is left right here. Put a screwdriver in there, it does nothing, it just turns. That's just like a retaining clip. Even a trim tool doesn't really seem to get that off. I gotta stick a flathead in there and pop that off, so go ahead and do that. Then what I end up doing at this point is I just get my fingers back here and I just pull all the way around, and then this door panel will mostly come off. It feels like you're going to snap it, but you won't. Just keep popping, and then those are what the popping noise is. There's a few of those, and those will just pop right out. Takes a bit of force, and it does sound like you're gonna break them, but I assure you, you're not. Once that is off, just go ahead and set it down, and you're gonna find some plastic right here. Hopefully it's there. If somebody else is in here before you, it may not be there, but hopefully that is. And then down in there are the lights. And if you just need to swap them, you can reach down there and turn them counterclockwise, pull them out, and then replace them. If you need to replace the whole housing, then keep following along. Oh, and if you do need to just replace them, these are 194 amber bulbs, both of them in there are. And the larger one is an 1156, and that's a clear one. This can be a bit hard to see, but you have to get right there. I believe it's a 10 millimeter. We'll find out for sure in a second. It's been a while since I did one of these. But this right here, these wires are held in by a clip right here, and you can't actually access that unless you use a box wrench. So you've got to get this inside there and pop this off, and then that can move around your hand. There, I got that popped off. Sorry, I couldn't film that part. But right there is the part that you need to pop off so this can move around. Down right there, that nut is 10 millimeter. I was correct. Get that on there and turn it counterclockwise so it goes that way. Apparently you can get it a little bit off and pop the whole thing off. I always take the nut all the way off, and then it'll just slide out a lot easier. So go ahead and get that nut off. Be careful not to drop it. If you drop it, it's not that easy to get that and pick that back up from down in there. Once you get that nut mostly off, you can work it off with your fingers the rest of the way. I recommend doing that because that way you have a better grip on it and it won't fall all the way down there. There it is off. Now we go back to the front. And this is the easier part. Just get something flat in there and pop that out. You can do it front to back. You may score up your paint. If you don't want to do that, put a rag behind this and then pry, and that'll pop off. It'll pop out like this, and then the easiest way to do them is just swap them one by one. Start with that one, then work with the other 2. I mean, they all fit specific ones, so you can't put them on the wrong one, but that's generally what I do. Is I do a 1-for-1 and get that swapped and pop that back in. I forgot to mention that this is a good time to check for corrosion. If there's any corrosion in those, you don't want to put them back on. You want to go ahead and replace them. Or if you've already put them on there and you don't want to worry about pulling them back off, then look in here, and if there's no corrosion in these, then there's likely going to be no corrosion in the harness side. Wipe this off as best you can. Hopefully you have a rag. Get that in and make sure the wires are not crimped. You want those all the way in. You don't want those to get messed up. And then just push. And that snaps in. And before we go any further, you want to get in, turn this on to make sure all 3 of those lights work before you put everything back together, just to be sure. There we go. All 3 are working. We're good to finish it. Open the door back up, and we want to get that nut back on. Be careful with this. If it falls down there, this is not a fun time to pick it back up. But go ahead and get it started with your hands. Get it as tight as possible, and then tighten it with your ratchet. It is now tight down there. With these, I just get them hand tight because it's plastic on the opposite side. You don't want to get them as tight as possible because you could break the housing and then have to do this whole thing over again. So just get those hand tight. And then you want to tuck this part back in to the part that you popped it out of. And the reason is so when the window goes down, it doesn't hit this. You don't want to end up cutting this with any part of the window when that goes down. So I can't really show you this. You're just gonna have to feel where the hole is, right about there, and then pop that retaining piece back into it, that clip. Here on out, the rest is just reversing the process. So make sure to get that back where it goes, all the sticky gunk, and try to line that up as best you can. That, there we go. And then get that main panel back on here. I always start at this end and then pop them through and work my way through. And if you have any of those clips in here, you want to be sure to take them out and reseat them. Sometimes they will pop off. Every once in a while they'll break. As you can see, the one right there is actually still in here, right here. So I pop that off and I put that in. I will slide that in that way if it doesn't come off the door broken. Because if you try to put it on with one of those still in the door before putting this on, you're going to create pressure right here. It's not going to snap in. You have to put that in first. So make sure to look at the door, and any of those that are missing here, take them off the door and slide them back in here before putting this panel back on. And I use the trim tool for that. They fit pretty nice. So it goes in like that. And they slide in through that first one. That's what I did there. And it looks like all of them except this one are there. And that one is actually missing. It's not here, so I can't put that back on because we don't have it. I get those first two lined up with the holes, and I just push and pop it in all the way around. Then get your window controls, put those back together. It can only go in one way, so you can't reverse that. And then this one just snaps in. Then you get the big bar handle seated. I'm not really sure what that's called. Do this side first, get that in, and then over here, you just slide it down and it'll snap in. And then get all four of those. And remember, those four are the bigger ones. You don't want to use the smaller ones for that. Once all four of those are on, pop that cover back on. That one slides in really easy. Get this back on. It can only go one way. It does not fit the wrong way. You've got to get it on properly. And that does not snap. You just have to get that T25 screw back in there. Then get this one back in. And you should not have to open the handle. Sometimes on some of these you do, especially if there's been some sort of damage, but this one you don't. Usually you won't have to. And then get that last T25 screw in right there. And then the very last thing is to get this in, and there are very small threads on it. You were supposed to be able to unscrew them and then they back out. I've never once ever been able to get this to work. So I will just push this out if I can. If I can't, I will just shove it with all my force back in there, and that's about it. And that is the entire thing. And of course, wipe down some water. It's raining right now, so you don't want this to get wet, especially in here. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps somebody. And if it did, please consider subscribing. Have a good day and safe driving out there. Bye.